Hey, I'm Tom.
And I'm Tanner.
Welcome to episode 83 of Bird Squawk.
Wow, a Victory Monday. Hopefully you people enjoyed it a couple days ago as this... Oh, it was beautiful. It felt great. Even though we know where this season's headed, it just felt good to get a win in that column. Like you said, maybe we get back on track. It was maybe a must-win. We'll take a deeper look.
I know I enjoyed it.
Well, yeah, we're going to cut to a video right now. This guy down there, he had a great time, so we're going to send that to that next.
Yo, it's Tom down here at Charlotte. Check out the seats. Go Birds, baby. We're going to win this one. All right, obviously you saw me at the game there. He couldn't go. But I'd like to thank my Charlotte family for making that all possible. Brian and Doreen, Big Mike, Frankie, Jakey, little Mikey, Will, and Ethan. What an amazing trip. And I'll tell you, that first half was kind of like, wow, I really flew all the way down here for this. But in the end, wow. And once again, Eagles fans did show out. There were a lot of Bird fans down there. We do travel well.
Yeah, I mean, I was watching the game at work, and I was like, oh, man. I mean, I know he's enjoying it down there, but I know a win would make it better. And they put it together. They somehow managed to get it together.
Baby.
Like you said, the first half wasn't great, but the defense, I mean, I'm not going to declare this defense a top 10 defense now, but they looked different. They were showing different things. I think they were playing a lot more man. And I usually have offensive stats here. I got defensive stats. Darius Slay, 2 interceptions.
Big play Slay, sighting. He showed up.
He talked the talk, and he walked the walk. He was saying, put some respect on my name throughout the week. And then 2 interceptions, looked good. Steven Nelson with the sealer. 3 sacks, Hargrave, Sweat, Cox. And then the blocked punt. It was just great to see the defense actually feasting, looking good. And it's like I've always said, when that line does its job, you got all that money on that line, it makes everyone else look better.
I tell you, the defense, man, if it would not have been for them, that game could have got ugly a lot quicker.
Yeah, we watched it yesterday. Might of the way, we saw the dude on the freaking TV. But we rewatched the game yesterday, and there was a couple of times that it easily could have went a touchdown there, or if they didn't get a stop there, it would have been a lot worse and way out of hand.
Yes.
But the offense... It was about my philosophy. If you watched last week's video, I said their defense is not good. The offense probably wasn't going to look great. And they have an okay offense, probably a better offense. I would say above average. And the defense looked pretty good. I was very impressed with the defense, of course. But the offense, they sputtered a little bit. It didn't look great at times.
Like, what are we doing?
What I said to him, and I know this is with most offenses in the NFL, when they get in a groove and they actually get a couple plays moving and feel comfortable, they don't look bad. And I know that's any offense, but when they are making the easy throws, making the plays, getting yards here and there, and they put a drive together, it's like, okay, this is what this team can be.
Yeah, we've talked about that numerous episodes this year. I mean, when they're running that up tempo and they've got things going and they're clicking and it's not giving Jalen a lot of time to think.
Yeah.
I mean, they're moving. They're moving. Still getting me frustrated in the red zone.
Yeah, the red zone offense is still a little rough.
Stop with the pick plays.
If we're going to run them, you got to teach people how to run the play. You can't just block. You got to act like you're trying to catch. Like that was a deflator early. I thought for sure, I was like, oh, it's going to be one of these games that just, it's going to leave points on the board and it's going to come back and cost us. But they managed. I mean, like I said, the offense wasn't great, but they showed up when needed. Jalen put a couple of nice drives together. He looked okay again. I think it was exciting to me. It would have been very positive win or loss. But while it was positive and it was enjoyable, there was still some issues that I was like, it's still concerning. But it has to give you a little more energy, a little more life, that they can pull off a win, even though I said they were going to win. And I wasn't going to say they were going to win, but I said they could win. That was a good win for them on the road.
Yeah, I kind of felt like, we heard the stories last week where Saucy laid in again. And, I mean, and it kind of, the defense looked different.
Yeah,
it looked like they were doing different things and trying to not play as much zone as they were playing.
Yes.
We just need somebody now to lay into Saucy this week because we got a short week here coming up. You know, news out today that
Goddard unfortunately is probably not going to play.
You know, protocol list doesn't look good. I'm sure he won't. He's going to need 2 positive tests.
It's not like Ertz a couple weeks
Thursday.
ago when he had the extra day and he had plenty of time. It's not going to look. I think they're going to be without Goddard. Lane, hopefully he's doing all right. I'm not 100% sure what's all going on with him. Hopefully he is dealing with everything okay, but it seems to me that he's not going to be available again this week. I mean, what I'm going to say is the offensive line hasn't been terrible. Has it been amazing?
Right.
Has Jalen Hurts helped them a little bit? Yes, but they've been holding up a little better than what last year's O-line was doing.
Yeah. I mean, I was just going to, segue into that the offensive line, they've had some issues here or there, but for the most part, I think they've been holding up, and, we have a little bit of depth there. You know?
Yeah, the little
another game though. I feel like we got away with this game without the blue tent.
Yeah, it's true.
Stayed a little safe there, no injuries, which is a plus.
Yeah, I mean, it obviously was good. I think it seemed if you watch the post game little talk with Saucy, you could tell people. Like I said last week, I didn't feel like people were already out. People are very much still invested. The players still feel like it looks like they really care and that they still are bought in, even though can we enjoy, like, people were already Sunday night, it was already like, wow, there's this and this. It's this type of season, you got to enjoy these types of moments because a tough game is happening on Thursday. I think the short week helps them a little bit. I think we'll have to see what happens, but it is still a Tom Brady-led Buccaneers team that's coming into Philly, and they look like they're kind of getting in a rhythm.
But, there's stories out he's got a hand injury.
Yeah, deja vu a little bit.
There's stories out that, their defense is kind of like right there in the rankings with the Chiefs, I don't know. I mean, we are Brady's kryptonite.
Maybe,
are we not?
Maybe.
I mean, I'm not going out that far because we've said that we're keeping it.
Yes.
Keeping it.
The expectations are back low. I hope you enjoyed it.
But I got a good feeling about Thursday night. I really do.
I don't have a great feeling. I think a win helps. Like I said to you, I'm excited always to get down to the stadium, but a win makes you get a little more excited about going down to the stadium. It's not like, oh, they lost the Panthers, now they got to go down to play the Buccaneers.
Once again, though, you hit the nail on the head earlier. Nothing makes a Monday better than an Eagles win.
Yeah, I mean, you just feel better. Just like,
wow, you just roll out of bed.
Maybe it's raining. That's all right.
You got that whole, I'm going to talk smack today.
It feels good. And I mean,
a win's a win.
And it was a good win.
All these people you're talking about that were second guessing all that crap and calling in with all kinds of complaints. Come on, man. Win's a win.
Enjoy it. They're still they're a positive team. I don't know if it's like always positive, but that was a good win if you want to accept it or not, and if you want to enjoy it or not.
This is a building process this year.
And
what do you expect? They're not a playoff team.
No. But now a lot of this. If you watched the video 2 weeks ago, it wasn't a good stretch, but where the stretch has now turned, we have the Buccaneers, which they're a team that can start slow. I think it could be like the Chiefs game. They could hang around, and you never know. If you hang around in a game, something could happen.
It does feel like, except the Dallas game.
Yes, they've been competitive.
Has been competitive.
Yes, 100%.
And they keep you in your seat. You
yes,
know what I mean?
They've been good. And like you said, that was the big issue with the Dallas game. A lot of people were upset with the effort and that they didn't seem like they really put their best effort out there. But like you said, every game, the Falcons game, they obviously won. The Niners game, they hung around till the end. The Cowboys game, rough. And then the Chiefs, they hung around. And now the Panthers, they put a good game, stuck in it, and won. But you have the Bucs. I think they're going to hang around. I really don't think they're going to win. But I think I'm like 60-40 right now. I think it's a little closer than I thought maybe. But that might be because they won on Sunday.
It's supposed to be a beautiful day.
Yeah, it's going to be a good Saturday.
77 degrees. Going to be nice down at the link. Going to have some of that electricity going. And there's always going to be Brady haters down there. So,
yeah, people are going to be juiced. It is Brady. But looking a little ahead, we've been doing that. And it hadn't been looking good. But after this week, We go to the Raiders, which we won't talk much about what's going on out there, but it's not a good situation, and they are reeling.
Fire.
It's very interesting that Dougie could end up being the coach, but we'll have to see. That team looked good a couple weeks ago. They are now reeling a little bit. We'll see how they respond this week with all the turmoil going on. But then after that, say we come up short against the Bucs. But now that game's a little more winnable out in Vegas. There's going to be a lot of Eagles fans. I know people are very excited for that trip.
Yeah,
and then you go to Detroit, which they are a lot better than 0-5, but it's still a team that they're better than and that they should beat. So they could end up being 5-5, 4-4, or 4-4 if they put it together here. They lose, it would be 2-4, and then put 2 games away and win the Raiders, win the Lions, and they could be 4-4. I think that's a little hopeful, but it's not really that out of the blue when about 2 weeks ago I was saying this team was going to be like 1-6. That Panthers game was big, and I didn't think they were going to win, but I knew they had a shot. And they did it.
That was a total game that you knew if there was no chance for these guys to come together, they could have folded up the tents and just quit.
Yeah.
Because that whole first half and the way that game was going, that was a game where if you do not have leadership and you do not have people vested together, that could have easily been a loss. They hung together.
They did.
They picked themselves up, and somehow, some way, we stole that damn game.
Yeah, it was a very good team win. Like Saucy said in his post-game thing, when the offense isn't working, the defense has to show up. And the defense showed up. I just hope people don't now expect that from the defense, because the defense that has to be, when's the last time that the Eagles had 3 interceptions all by corners? They haven't had any good corners in the last 10 years since I can remember.
We've been begging for freaking interceptions.
Yeah,
you know?
So they forced turnovers. They had 3 sacks. They had the blocked punt. I mean, they had a great day on defense. And it was very happy that they could end up winning that game. And it wasn't like, oh, well, now the defense looked good, but we didn't win the game. We have to be positive. It feels good. There's a little energy back with the win.
Yes.
But we'll have to see. I mean, Thursday's going to be interesting. But like I said, I think they can hang around, but I wouldn't hang my hat on it.
We'll see.
I think the short week could be positive. I think that always plays a little bit into it. They're coming up here. It's a home game. It's a first night game since everyone's back. It's going to be electric as always. And yeah, I think people are going to get back. I think people are a little more invested. I think about 2 weeks ago, people were like, oh, this team is actually bad. And we didn't want to admit it, but they were. And people were kind of like, eh. But I think that reels a couple people back in.
Well, I feel like we stayed the course, man.
Yeah.
We knew what to expect this year, We kept the bar low.
Yeah.
We're not invested that it's going to be a Super Bowl run.
Yes.
We're not expecting it.
Which is crazy that I actually have stayed to those words. Because I told my girlfriend, well, that once week 1 comes, I'm going to be like really upset. But I've been mellow keel. I've been trying to stay where I've said I should stay. And so far, it's been enjoyable, even though it hasn't
I've been looking for positives every week. And there's been, except for that Dallas game.
Yes.
Really? There have been positives. I mean, you got to remember, we've got 3 first-time coordinators here, So it's, we got to give them some time.
No, I agree. And I think the verdict's still out on everyone, but I'm liking Saucy, even though everyone's still running the ball and all that. Miles, don't run out of balance, and maybe you can play. That's not going to help your cause. But Jalen, I'm so back and forth with him. I do see the potential, but I just deep down still feel like he isn't the guy. But we'll obviously have to see as the season progresses. But we're 5 weeks in. I mean, it feels like a lot, but it hasn't really been.
I totally want that dude to succeed.
Yeah.
But I'm kind of with you. I mean, I like him.
Yes.
I like what he brings. I like the adversity that he's come through.
Yep.
I like where he's gone and won and, how he carries himself. But I'm just not quite there yet.
Yeah. I mean, we still have time. I think the win helps let him kind of play the course still. He came up big when it needed to be, and we'll have to see. So, hey, short week. We got a game tomorrow. We got a game the next day after this comes out, and we'll see you next Wednesday.
I'm hoping Saucy last night was watching Frank Reich run the ball.
Yeah, but I mean, we won't comment most on it. But number 11 or number 2 actually looked decent yesterday. But I moved on. But it was because of Frank.
Best game he's played since he's
for sure. It was for sure. But I mean, that's good. He played well. He played all the snaps, and they lost. That's perfect. Exactly. That's perfect. Keep that going. So we'll be back next Wednesday. Hey, who knows? Positive energy. Let's see what happens on Thursday. But we'll be back, as always. Thank you for watching. Make sure to follow us on Instagram at birds_squawk. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe. Fly, Eagles, fly.
Go Birds.